and welcome to another vlog. This time to talk about my first time. And not sexually, but the first time doing stand-up comedy. I've been doing stand-up comedy for almost 4 years, 5 years, around that, 4-ish, if you want to be really British. It's been fun, a fun experience. But the first time is always scary. A lot of people ask me all the times, how did I start? Did I find joy straight away doing stand-up? And the truth is, no. I enjoyed watching stand-up. I never thought I could do stand-up. And that's the sad reality. I never thought I could. I gave it a try because my friends convinced me to do it. And yeah, there is no better way to talk about it, to introduce that topic, with a little segment, a podcast interview that I did a while ago for No Street Lights podcast. Go follow them, go listen to them. They produce episodes weekly. So yeah, fun times and a truly awesome conversation.
Welcome to the No Street Lights podcast. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Tim. We'll be sharing truthful conversations every Friday to show that we have more in common than we have in differences.
So we've got a fantastic guest for today. It's originally from Portugal. We're going to welcome Stea.
Thank you very much for having me. At current times, I'm living in the UK, in England, and I'm a stand-up comedian, and I'm trying to make us full-time in this profession.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like stand-up comedy is one of those things that every young child, they grew up watching, for us, like Comedy Central and things of that nature. And they were like, oh, I could do that. I could do that. And then as you get older, you start realizing that the audience is a lot harder to work with than you thought. So starting from scratch in a whole new culture, a whole new environment. Yeah, I got a little taste of it when I moved to Italy, but it's not the full-on experience that I feel like you had. But one thing too, in our introduction, we started talking a bit about how you've gotten into stand-up comedy. So you went to college looking to become a lawyer. What is it about stand-up comedy that made you change your mind on that?
Law was just what I thought I probably could do, the same with cybersecurity. And I always felt that I needed to be somewhere, but I didn't know exactly where. I tried different parts, even in Portugal. For a while, I was a football manager, or what you guys call in America, soccer, a manager of soccer. And I tried different things, but I never felt that I belong anywhere. It was just let me see if I belong here. And when I decided to try stand-up, I realized that's where I belong. That's where people like me, where they're that community of weirdos, let's call that way.
Weirdos.
So you really feel like that background and those experiences have influenced your comedic perspective. Is it those cultural differences that you find most appealing to your material?
Not quite, even if I try to bring a bit to it, but I enjoy more abstract concepts, just going in fictional stories.
What was your first step into the stand-up comedy world, though? I mean, you said you tried out football managing, and then you did the cybersecurity, but what was your first actual taste of stand-up comedy?
I always watch stand-up. I'm a huge nerd of stand-up, but I never thought, because I'm an introvert person, I never thought that I would be able to do it. I just thought I can't do that. That's too much. I get anxiety sometimes just to talk to people one-to-one. And I thought, okay, maybe I like it, but I don't think I would ever be able to do that. And with a couple of friends, we are hung out at the time, and every time that we would get together, I would make jokes. And at a certain point, they're like, you always go to watch stand-up. Why you don't try? Just try. If nothing else happens, you try.
So I was like, yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. It doesn't hurt to try at least.
It's like,
Did you like discover like an open mic night kind of situation and you just signed up or?
I just tried to find like I tried to reach to like back then to a lot of like comedians that have Netflix specials and try to ask, how do you start? I have no idea how to start. How do you start comedy? I don't remember who exactly was, but there was one person that had like at the time one Netflix special that said try open mics. I was like, I need to research more about this. I have no idea what this is. So I just on a walk that I was a few days later, I just found the comedy night in my local city that I'm living right now, and I was like, I'm just gonna message this person. I'm just gonna message the page and see how can I do it, and that's how everything started.
Here's an unedited version of my first time. The full 5 minutes, a little introduction before I enter on stage, and amuse yourself.
Right, anyway, are you ready for your next act? Have we got any time fucking left? Right, I need to do, right, we need to have a serious chat, man-to-man chat. Is that a bit sexist, racist? Something is, isn't it? Right, this guy who's coming on now, it's his first ever comedy gig, yeah? Yay! And I know how nervous I was for my first ever gig, so I want you to be really supportive. If he goes on longer than 5 minutes, I'm going to shoot the cunt. But I want you to be really supportive. I want you to laugh, cheer, and support because, I mean, it's very scary coming up here for the first time. So, can you give me the biggest welcome you've given tonight for his first ever gig? Please give it up for Stea!
Online dating, so I don't think it's needed another introduction. My fellow mates did already introduction. So I recently started going on those sort of adventures, and a lot by influence of my friends that told me that since I've been single for a long period of time, to give it a go and give it a try. And I thought, why not? Could be fun and could be a nice experience. So on that sort of things, when we go to those sort of things, as I said, we always need to set up a good profile and further see what happens. The first thing that we do is going on the preference and set up what we wish to find out. On those sort of things, we always have higher demands or higher preference. So my perfect woman would be a blonde girl, blue eyes, 5'6", but my friends told me that is unrealistic. So I decided to change. So blonde girl, blue eyes, 5'5". So after that, I noticed a few patterns. I started to match with wonderful profiles. And I noticed a constant on the message that I received. They continuously send me attachments in which, to majority of them, I argue, why not going for a coffee first? But they argue, they were determined that if you want to see me naked, click on the link. Further, and with the short experience that I had on those sort of things, I noticed a few patterns on there. The first one is that they are always searching for a nice guy, but far away from them. The second observation that I noticed is that people tend to describe themselves in the section in which you need to describe yourself with things as their location, or even worse, their location plus the astrology sign. And I'm not quite sure what we do with such information. But I think if you are from London, there you are Sagittarius, you tend to look at the River Thames and see water. Nice, I guess. The third aspect that I noticed is still in regards to the section in which you set the description section, in which people tend to look or tend to write there I'm looking for someone that makes me laugh. And as I don't go search for a mechanic in a grocery store, I don't think you will find someone that makes you laugh there. But by last and not of less importance, and it's one of my favorites, is the one in which profiles just display only group photos. Am I supposed to guess which one is you? I wasn't ever good at charades. Or are you so generous that you decided to include all your friends in a meal deal? Thanks very much. My name is Stea, and it was a pleasure.
How about that? First time ever, guys. Please give it up for Stea.